Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. So today we're going to look at this boosted summons that's just popped up for Jareg. This came out of nowhere. Literally nothing's been like dropped to the content creators or anything like that. It's literally just popped up and out it comes. Boosted summoning rates. So basically it is a what's this? A 2-day thing. 10 times the chance to summon Jareg if you pull your ancients and sacreds. So it's the same chance of summoning an epic, but there'll be more Jaregs available in a pot to pick out. Don't miss your chance to get this powerful champion, yada, yada, yada. So we've got this purple summoning portal. That's not saying a boosted void. No, that's just saying it's a boosted chance to get this epic. And this epic is Jareg. So if we look here, when we go into, here into the information, I like the way they do this actually. Times 10 chance to get it from ancients and sacreds, 22 hours. So it's actually just a 1-day thing. Now, same percent chance to get an epic. I guess the nice thing, if you particularly want Jareg, is you've got a pretty decent chance of pulling an epic. Yeah, it's much better. 8% is a decent chance, and from a sacred, it's really high chance. And then if you pull that epic, you've got a better chance of getting Jareg, 10 times the chance. However, think about epics. There are literally hundreds of epics in the game, maybe a couple hundred, I'm not sure. Maybe not that many. I can have a quick look actually. Here we go. So there's actually, I've got my my epic tier list up here. So we've got 129 chances of an epic. So normally it would be a basically just over 1% chance to get that one particular epic you want. You're going to throw another Jareg in, another 10 Jaregs in the mix here. So it's basically going to be, if you pull an epic, it's about a 1 in 11 chance that you'll get Jareg. So if you particularly want him, it's a good chance. Let me just show you what I've rated him in my epic listing here. Clan Boss, top tier. Dragon, pretty good. Spiders, pretty weak, average player. Ice Golem, pretty good. Terrible Fire Knights. Bad in arena offense. Can be good in arena defense. So he kind of comes in, 30-ish on my list. And for me, let's get back to my game. For me, unless you are desperate for a decreased attack champion, I wouldn't pull any shards. So let me just show you him. Let me show you my one geared up now. I've got him in here somewhere. There he is. So look, in fairness, I used to use Jareg as my decreased attack champion, even though I had Terrell built, even though I had Ultan built, because he partners really, really well with Skullcrusher. So I'll show you his kit quickly. He has got decreased attack on his A1. That's what he's known for. That's what he's good for. If you don't have any books, he's still decent at 35% chance to decrease attack. If you book him out, he becomes very good. 60% chance. 60% is a decent chance. Why does he pair so well with Skullcrusher? He pairs so well because of this move here. He's got ally protection. So Skullcrusher does an ally protection move on the first wave, soaks up a lot of damage. What you then need to do is you need to get Jareg to do his ally protection on the second wave, and he soaks the damage up second, which means Skullcrusher stays alive for longer. That's why he's good. He's also got a nice passive, drops a heal on people when they start to lose health. Not anything crazy, but it's nice. And then he's got increased defense here on that second skill as well. Big ally HP in all battles aura, which is nice for Clan Boss as well. So all in all, his kit is very good. But in my head, I'm thinking, would I blow my shards right now? I would equally, so this guy's got decent base HP, okay base defense. I would equally be interested to get myself a Coffin Smasher. Where's he? Is it Coffin Smasher? I think that's his name. So if you're just after a decreased attack champion, this guy for me is not far off it. He's got a free hit A1, which has got a better chance of putting that decreased attack on, much cheaper in books. But if you don't have one and you're looking for that tier up, then Jareg is good, but you basically need to book him out. You need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books available to get him to the place that he needs to be. Now for me, unless you are basically quite early game, I wouldn't use him anywhere other than Clan Boss. I think these ratings are pretty high. I've used him in Arena Defense. I've used him in Clan Boss. I've never used him in Dragons, albeit he can be a bit of a carry. But, I mean, I'll show you. Let's get into some content because I'm probably waffling a bit. Before I do that, I'm just going to show you how I've got his masteries built. So I've gone War Master. As you should do. Absolutely, that's the right move to do on in War Master. I've done this as a kind of defensive secondary tree. If you do not have a Vizier like I do, then you probably would go like this as your secondary tree. Basically, you want a better chance to land your decreased attack and you want to extend it for longer. If you're speed tuning, ignore Arcane Celerity and obviously come down here to War Master. But this is the support tree I would use pretty much for a debuffer on Clan Boss. So let's get into some content then. Let's go first into Clan Boss fight. No thanks. I never feel like I get any good items anymore. Nice shard, thank you very much. No thanks. Right, anything good here? Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so let's get ourselves. He's definitely capable of being your Ultra Nightmare lead, your decreased attack for Ultra Nightmare. So he's definitely capable. He's been that position for me for a long time. In fact, this team here was the team that I used to run before I got my Martyr, before I got Ultan. This was the exact team that I used to run. What I did though is I had my Jareg going fast enough. What is going on with this game? Going fast enough, so he's not quite fast enough right now, 222. I actually need him to be 255. If he's 255, he laps the Clan Boss. Can I make that happen quickly? Probably not. I think it's quite difficult to make happen. But basically, if you get him to 255 speed, he's going 4 turns for every 3 turns the rest of your team on Ultra Nightmare. Therefore, he can do that move on a 4 turn. What I'll do is I'll throw him into Nightmare. So I think that speed is about right for Nightmare. And you'll see this actually working properly. Yeah. So I'll show you this. Some of these people are going to be too fast. It's actually going to think out a little bit. But I'll show you how this will work. So we start off, we go decrease attack. We get counter attack up. Poisons go in. Decrease defense and weaken. And then Vizier is just there to extend. So we get all of our counter attacks off. Now this wave, what you want your Jareg to do is to take the pressure off of Skull Crusher with his A2. Throws his A2 out. Ally protection comes on. See the way ally protection goes onto him, and now he's soaking up all the damage of everyone else. Hit auto here. What will happen is you'll refresh that kind of sequence of events, and Jareg will be protecting your Skull Crusher from death, which means you should be able to get much better keys. I'm going to let this play through. I'll show you the results at the end. The biggest risk, I guess, if you don't have someone like a Vizier extending, maybe I shouldn't have put him in actually, is that you can ruin your run. So you can ruin your run because decreased attack doesn't land often enough, especially if you've got him as lead. But he is a good decreased attack champion. This is definitely his best place in the game. Probably for me, it's the only place that I'm really interested in seeing him played. There's better champions for the rest of the game. I'm going to play this through. I'll show you the results and then we'll get into some other content. So here we go. The run is falling apart. The reason being is Jareg died. Jareg died, which meant that the ally protection starts to drop off. Skull Crusher takes too much damage and then we don't have that healing coming through. But we're almost at 10 minutes, which is pretty far into a Nightmare run. Obviously, we have the poisons ticking all day long because we've had Vizier out there, which is great. What I'm going to do, I'm going to link my run with my battle against Stu Gaming, actually, because I used Jareg in that fight. I was shocked about how strong he was for my Epics Rares run that I did with Stu. So I'll link that up there. You can check it out. But yeah, it kind of gives you a feel. So is his damage strong? No, he doesn't hit hard. He's in there to enable your hard hitters to do damage. That's what he's there for. So that's him in Clan Boss. That's something to be aware of as well. If you was to throw a Tyrell into the mix here, Tyrell would probably do another 2 million damage on top of Jareg, but he wouldn't give as much protection across the team. So it's kind of weighing up what do you need in your team. But if you're short of a decreased attack champion, he is a good one. Where else would I consider using him then? Let's try Arena. Let's get... So if I was going for a defensive team like this is quite a defensive setup. He could come in here and be like another tank. So another tank soaking up damage, enabling your Rotus to do his work, or whoever your damage dealer is. So if I hit auto here, you'll see straight away we get pack leader on, decreased defense is up, ally protection is up as well. So it just enables that your guys to take more hits, Jareg soaking up that pain, and the rest of your guys are just going to do the work they need to do. He's coming in for 5k hits. He does not hit hard. He's in decent gear for me as well. He doesn't hit hard. That's not his role. So what you're seeing here for the Arena is exactly the same reason I would use him in Dragons, in Spiders, in Ice Golem. Literally just to soak up damage from the rest of your team, potentially your damage dealers. So that's about as exciting as he will get for you in the Arena. I'm not going to be doing big numbers with him. If I was to throw him into a Dragons run, same sort of thing. So he comes in to protect all of these damage dealers, basically. So we'd probably take out one of the poisoners, maybe take out Kale. So you watch this. All he's going to do is throw up his ally protection, and then hopefully the rest of your team can still do all of their damage, do their work, and basically stay alive. That's what he's there for. He's there to try and keep people alive. Maybe they're not even going to hit us because we've got a good team out, actually. This Diabolist is actually really good, by the way. If anyone's... I might do a guide on her later on this week at some point. For the free-to-play rare that's farmable, she's actually pretty solid. Does decent damage. I've got her in good stun gear, but she does decent damage. She's got speed up for your team. I don't know if we're going to get to see him even doing his work here, but definitely when we get to the main dragon, we will. And that is the crucial part of this fight. If you're struggling with waves, he's going to help you just kind of increase your defense, soak up some of the damage on your team. And then when we get to the dragon, he's going to do decrease attack so that the dragon's not hitting us hard. And he's going to do ally protection so that he soaks up the damage from the rest of your team that are trying to kill the dragon. It's just so important that you have him in War Master because he doesn't do any damage. He literally doesn't do any damage at all with his hits. So you see here, we got to the dragon pretty unscathed. See there, no decreased attack on. That's the weakness. It's not 100% chance. Second time, still no decreased attack on. It's the biggest risk. Third time. So he's got 60% chance for me and he's booked. 3 times now I've tried to do it and he's not landed it 1 time. That's his danger. Ally protection on, that's good. We're about to take a hit. See there, everyone's actually pretty healthy because that hit just didn't land too hard because of his ally protection. So he does the same thing on any of the dungeon bosses. The only other one I'm going to show you, I guess, is Spider. I know a lot of people have been saying to me, what do you do if you don't have Miscreated Monster in that big shield? Well, actually, he's an option. He doesn't give you a shield, but he gives you ally protection, the same as Miscreated Monster does. So he soaks up some other people's damage. It's not anywhere near as effective. Yeah, I mean, for me, if I'm completely honest, his only place for me in a team is Clan Boss. That's it. But if you are new to the game and you've pulled him as part of this summons, then actually you can use him other places to carry, to carry the weight of the rest of your team. But it's, for me, that will be short-lived until you get better champs. You see here, look at damage. He's by far the least, even lower than this Diabolist, whatever her name is. So yeah, 450k, it's very low. So let's get ourselves then lastly into Spiders. What can he do? Can he help us in this dungeon at all? That's my speed run. 13-second farm, that team. My new best. So what can I do here to show you a half decent run? 1, 2, 3. I need some sort of decreased attack. So we've got decreased attack, ally protection, decreased turn meter. Probably still need some sort of more. I need more protection. This is the thing. I need more tankiness to deal with this. Maybe we go with an off-tank Scarred Tortoise. So he's going to tank up Spiderlings for me. I'm just trying to think to put in as the 5th, really. Maybe we go with Lure. I did just try with a... who did I just try? I just tried with someone and it failed. So let's try this. It might fail again. I don't know. It's not the ideal setup. I've got decreased turn meter in Lure. I've got decreased turn meter in Armiger. Spiderling tank here. I could do with somebody that throws shields out, but I don't have anyone other than Miscreated Monster, and I'm trying to show a run that isn't always using Miscreated Monster. Decreased attack goes on. That's useful. Obviously, this guy's in high resistance gear, so he's kind of not getting poisoned. And then we've got Armiger, just drop turn meter. We've got some decent damage coming out from the Lure. But, you know, instantly we're already in trouble. Our Spider tank is already in trouble. And this is the difficult thing about Spider, if you haven't got shields going up. We should get the heal going on. There it is. Hopefully we get our ally protection up next. Nope. Still not there. So I think this is probably a fail. Yeah, look, that's what I needed. He just doesn't do it well enough. He just doesn't do it well enough. So for me, that's probably it, really. Use him for your clan boss. Use him for your dragon carry, potentially, ice golem carry. Other than that, I don't think he's got a use in the game. So if it's me, I would hold my shards for another event. But if you're desperate for a decreased attack champion, then go for it. I've been Hell80s. I'll catch you soon.